Hey Biz Buddies, this is Ari from the VA Lab, and I wanted to hop on and share some tips about little things I've picked up along the way of how to never forget like a deadline or due date, especially with working with clients and keeping them happy. And so, sorry for all the movement. I have my little guy here, and of course he wants to nurse the second I turn this on. You want to say hi? I say hi! Okay, so to jump into it, the first thing I do is I never rely on memory. I'm just gonna have to nurse him. It is what it is. I never rely on memory, right? The older I get, the less reliable it seems that this thing is becoming, especially after having a kid. And so I always, at minimum, write down like anything that's due or that I agree to. So, you know, pen and paper, that works great. I feel really cross-eyed right now. Pen and paper works great. During calls, I like to have Asana open, and I use the conversations feature to just take notes and, take notes and write down due dates and things that we talked about just to refresh my memory. A lot of times, something I'm doing recently is just recording the conversation and then having that transcribed. And so that does cost money. I use rev.com. It's like $1 a minute. And so it can be pretty pricey depending on how long the conversations are going. And so I think that's a trip that, you know, a tip you can use once you're a little bit more established and have a little bit more money coming through. But it's super, super helpful. Another thing is coming to an agreement about due dates. And so whenever someone asks me to do something or we start a project, I always have the client let me know, okay, when do you want this to go live? When do you want to see the first edit, second edit? Sometimes I'll make suggestions, but the point here is that we're coming together and agreeing together on when something is due and when it should be looked at and edited versus, you know, a client saying, hey, can you get this email out? And you do it in 2 days and they wanted you to get it done in 1 day, right? So it's not clear as to, you know, when is this supposed to go live out into the world. So yeah, write down things you talk about. Always take notes. You can't go wrong taking notes. At the minimum, record your calls for the both of you so you have something to reference back. And then, one more thing. If you use a messenger like Slack and your client likes to ask you to do things in Slack, sign up for Zapier.com. It's Zapier.com. Okay. Zapier.com. And then set up this integration where if you star a message in Slack, it'll automatically get sent to Asana and be assigned to you. And if you want to see how to do that, I can make a quick tutorial. Just comment below and let me know that, you know, hey, say, show me the Slack Zap. Comment with that, and I'll create a really quick tutorial on how to do it. It's a lifesaver. You know, the downside about using an instant messenger like Slack is that, you know, you'll talk about getting something done and then start talking about something else, and everything you talked about gets lost, right? But if you can, you know, train yourself to say, oh, okay, she asked me to do something, or my client asked me to do something, let me star that. It automatically gets put into Asana for you, and then you can come back, adjust, add your notes to it, and it's not forgotten and it's not lost. So that's my tip for the day. Check out more stuff at thevalab.com, and then on the page there's a client priority matrix. Definitely check that out. That will help you help your client with all of their ideas. And so super quick, stop buddy, super quick. If you're working with a client who like has all these ideas and is like, we should do this, and then the next day they're like, we should do this, and you find that you're starting things but you're not necessarily making progress or getting things done that you previously talked about, use this priority matrix. You pop your client's idea in there, you score it, and then based upon the score that you get, you can tell your client, okay, we have the time and resources to do this. Let's, you know, map it out and set some due dates. Or you can say, hey, this doesn't score high enough on the priority matrix. Let's talk about this again in 30 days. Or, hey, I need more info, you know, to be able to see if we can do this. Okay, I have to change the Zapier. Love you guys so much, and I will check you out later.